All right.
How you doing?
Want to go for a ride?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Roger.
Roger. Good to meet you.
You too.
Where are we going?
Wherever you want to go.
Now, where are you living? Where are you sleeping?
I stay in a tent down out here on the backside of the road, outside of the outskirts of Harrisburg. So we come in, try to do what we can do. I don't like this. Whenever I do get back on my feet, you better believe I will be helping the homeless. Which I've always helped the homeless, even when I was on my feet, but I definitely will always help the homeless now.
Now, because
I know how it's like. I know how the living was like. Yes, I've never thought I would do this. I thought it was people could do better, but sometimes you can't.
So how long have you been homeless then?
For about 8-9 months. Well, 9 months. 9 months for almost a year.
So what's a typical day like when you wake up in the tent?
I wake up in the tent, get dressed, come out, try to make a little bit of money to get food for the day. I'll go downtown sometimes and see a couple of friends there. I go down to the workforce center. My girlfriend and me go down to the workforce center, try to fill out applications. She just now got approved for a job at manager's job at McDonald's, but she just got to get her license. Once she gets that, that's good. But my problem is getting a job because I have to tell them about my neck, and if I don't, then they find out about it, I can get in trouble. Nobody wants to really hire me until my doctor releases me to go back to work. So that's been my really big problem. A lot of people think I don't want to work. I've always worked, and it's driving me crazy not to work. Sometimes my girlfriend like, you need to go for a walk or do something because you drive me crazy because I can't work. I'm used to working. I've always worked ever since I was a little kid.
If you, so if I asked you to teach me something about life, some lesson you've learned, something you think that would make my life a little better because we met today, what would you want me to know about something you've learned?
How to survive on these streets. It's not easy. It's really not. I've met up with a couple people that's gotten attacked, gotten robbed, gotten beat up. I've met a couple girls got raped. It's not an easy thing. I mean, you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. You got to keep your eyes and ears open. And it's hard to trust people. And that's one thing you got to do. You got to have some kind of trust in somebody to even make it out here. Because if not, you're not going to make it out here without being able to trust nobody. And that's one thing I've learned. If I can trust somebody, then that makes my day right there. To go out and be to trust somebody, knowing that nobody's gonna try to harm me, no one's gonna try to hurt me, do anything like that.
Yeah, I guess trust would have to be a pretty big part of it when you're walking up to somebody's, window standing on the street corner or something, right?
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing that you've ever been through? Is it this?
This is the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life, being homeless. I mean, my parents don't even know.
Where are they at?
Waynesboro.
Now, if they see this on the internet and someone says, hey, that looks like your boy Roger, what's going to happen?
You're going to ask me to come home, which they've been asking me so many times and never done it. I won't go back home for certain reasons. I want to be able to do this on my own.
Do you find a lot of drugs and alcohol and things on the streets that are tough to stay away from?
I stay away from it because I don't really do it. I've seen a lot of people get attached to it, get addicted to it. I mean, I have people come up to me and come ask me all the time, hey, can you go get this? Can you get that? I don't know.
Good for you. I've met a lot of people that that are homeless who the primary reason they're homeless is drugs, and they can't they just can't get clean, and when they ask you for money, they're really not asking for money for food. Often they're probably using that to just get another fix. So I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
happy
drink
to
a
hear
beer
that.
here and then once in a while here and there, you know. I don't think nothing wrong with that. You know, you walk around all day long. I'll sit back and give me a 22-ounce beer. I drink that, call it a day.
Now, I don't drink, but I do recognize that, you know, drinking a beer is a little bit different than
Taking the whole case
you
and
know,
drinking it. Yeah.
or what a lot of people on the streets are doing, heroin and cocaine and everything else, right?
Yeah, I have a good friend of mine just gotten addicted to heroin, and I'm trying to help them get off of it. I've seen people on heroin, seen what it does to their life, and this person has a life ahead of them, and they don't need to go down the road they're going down. So I'm trying to give them every piece of advice I can possibly give them to get off of that. They were off it one time before, and then they got back. They was off it. They got on it, got off for like 3 years, 2 years, and they're back on it again.
I'm proud of you for being that kind of friend to try to pull them out of that world, because it's tough.
Yeah, it is. It's really tough. I mean, I see people out here drunk, passed out on the sidewalks. One good friend of mine, I've had to pick him up plenty of times and get him to where he needs to be at, so he won't get drunk in public. They won't throw him in the drunk tank, which he's done been there quite a few times. He's an alcoholic, and he can't help it. He has to have that alcohol. When we were staying at a place called Open Doors, that man would get up, be gone about 5:30 in the morning. He's up, gone at that store waiting for that beer cooler to open at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was him and two other guys there. They used to, actually it was three of him and 3 other guys at that shelter. They used to get up every morning and leave and get that beer at 6 a.m. and drink all day long and come back in there so drunk. Sometimes we have to carry them in there. I would catch them. I'd be walking down to the church where we're staying at. I would see them on the corner, pass out on the sidewalk, or so drunk that they can't walk, and I have to carry them down there. So it's not easy. This is real. I mean, I see why some people. One guy was like, I think about a month and a half ago, committed suicide. I mean, they found him dead. They knew it was no foul play. It was suicide, but this is just the life he's been living every day for the last like 10 years. And I guess he finally got tired of it and just took his own life.
You would never do that, would you?
Nah.
Never?
No. I have little kids.
Good. Yeah, that's my heart goes out to people that do consider that, but I can tell you it's there's always somebody willing to help if you'll reach out for it, you know?
Yeah. I'll never take my life, because the way I see it, it could be worse than this. I could be dead. I could be in prison. I could be in jail. I could be anywhere. At least I'm free. I got my freedom, and I'm out here, and I'm trying to do something. I'm not just sitting around not doing nothing every day. I mean, I've been in there with people in the open door. They wouldn't do anything. They just go around asking for money for people all day. I'm like, no, you need to get out. If you find a little side job or something, somebody wouldn't offer you $20 to help them do this or help them do that, take it. But they don't want to take it. They want free handouts. There's really no free handouts here.
That's a pretty refreshing thought, that here you are, homeless, sleeping in a tent, and you think it could be worse. Most people would say it can't get any worse, but it sounds like you've got a little optimism in that voice.
It could be worse. I could be sitting on the side in this ditch right here, sleeping in this ditch. I couldn't even have a tent. Somebody knew that I was planning on getting a tent and going into and sleeping in one, and next thing you know, they came up and handed me a tent and say, here, this is for you and your girlfriend. They didn't have to do that.
So it's hard, but it could be worse.
It could be worse. It could definitely be a whole lot worse.
I love that attitude. That is an inspiring attitude to have.
Well, my father always told me life's not made out of pieces of cream, and sure it's not a walk in the park.
So what's the long-term plan then? Where do you think you'll be? If I see you a year from now, where do you think you'll be?
I'm I'm gonna be in an apartment and a job. I have a goal set to where I'm not gonna stay in this tent no more than 2 months. 2 months I'm gonna be out of this tent. I'm gonna have an apartment. If it's a room for rent or anywhere, just as long as I have a shelter over my head and I can be able to go into my kitchen and fix me something to eat whenever I want to fix something to eat, get something to drink, walk out, take a walk whenever I want. That's my goal. My goal is not to live in a tent. Like a friend of mine, he's been living in a tent for 5 years. And all winter long. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all year long, he lives in a tent. I'm not going to do that.
I love that you have a goal. I love that you have that vision in mind that here in a couple months, my life's going to be different. I love that.
Yeah. I've never been in this position before. It's a rough position, but like I said, it could be worse. I could be dead. I mean, I could be laying in the hospital on life support or something anyway.
I wish more people had that kind of optimistic attitude. You know, I wake up some mornings thinking, man, this is tough. I'm on an airplane, or I'm in a rental car, or I'm working on deadlines or projects, and I think, man, this is tough. I think to myself sometimes, I mean, I got a lot going on. I don't know how much more I can take. And here you are saying you're living in a tent, saying it could be a whole lot worse. It's all right. I'm gonna make it.
It's the first time I ever slept in a tent before in my life. It's something I always wanted to experience, like no camping or whatever. But now I'm living in it. And it's like it's my home. At least there's a roof over my head. I'm not wet. I'm able to get something to eat, something to drink. And the way I see it, I got 3 things that I need. I got a roof, a tent, which is a cover over my head. I have plenty of covers, everything to keep myself warm. I'm able to get something to drink. I'm able to get eating food. If I didn't have that, I'd probably be dead. So, like I said, it could be worse, but I'm not gonna let it get no worse than what it is.
You got to count your blessings sometimes in life, don't you?
Yes, you do. Like I said, I pray every night that it's gonna get better, and it seems like it's getting better. Slowly but surely, but it's getting better.
Did you pray last night?
I pray every night, every day, all through the day. As I'm walking down the street, I'll be praying that, just give me a sign, give me some kind of answer to what's gonna happen to me next. And like I said, I made a goal, and I'm determined to stick to that goal. I'm not gonna be stuck in this tent for the next year, 6 months from now. I'm not gonna be stuck in this tent. I'm gonna be in an apartment, a house, somewhere where I can sit back and relax, have my kids over, my grandkids over. That's my goal.
I hope you get there, man. I hope you get there.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get there. Believe that I'm gonna get there. It's gonna take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and a lot more fight out of me, but it's gonna get there. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, you are. I think you are going to make it. I got a good feeling about you. You know, I pray every night too, and I do the same thing if I'm walking down the street sometimes. I'm praying and talking to my Heavenly Father. And, I saw you. I drove by you once, and something just said, circle back, go around, and pick that guy up. And, man, I'm glad I did.
Appreciate it.
Well, when you're nice to people, when you treat people well, like you obviously do, that tends to come back to you. People tend to be kind back.
I help them out. If they need some help, they'll call me. Hey, sure, I'm not doing nothing. I'll help you. I help them out, and I will get blessed some kind of way.
So here's the deal I want to make you. I want you to call me in a couple months, and I want you to call me and say, I'm in an apartment. I got it together. And then we'll get together, and I'll buy you a root beer, and we'll catch up.
I definitely will do that.
I'd love to hear how you make this goal a reality in your life. You are an inspiring man. I'm glad I met you today.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Do me a favor. There's my name. There's my number.
Mm-hmm.
That's a card from my church.
Okay.
Give me a call in 2 months, and we'll get together. We'll have a root beer, and you'll tell me how you made this dream of an apartment for yourself a reality.
I definitely will.
Does that sound good?
Okay.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right.